Hello and welcome to round 2. I think we would like to play first. This is one of those keeps that you keep and you cross your fingers. With 15 lands, we should see one in 3 cards. We can afford to miss one turn. That's basically giving up being on the play. But I think you keep a two-lander in a deck that has some 2-drops. And the fact that we hit one land and we're kind of off to the races with 3/2s admittedly, but see, everything was fine. We had the land all along. There was never anything to worry about, except they're green and probably have all of those Saddleback Legacs, which had us a little worried before. I'm going to lead with the Toll Collector, as getting red cards out of my hand when I'm stuck on red mana is good. And the Dominator Drone threatens to do 2 to the face later. We don't really need the ingest. It's like Vestige into Dominator Drone does a thing. We're not super interested in trading dudes with our opponent when we have a 3/4 coming. So I think I'd probably just go with the 3/4. We can salvo something out of the way next turn if we need to. Like, not trading dudes makes their combat tricks a little better, but if they attack in, we can just not block, boulder salvo something bigger, and then kill them with it. That's a thing that's a little harder to salvo, you know, because reasons. I can see a couple of different lines here. We're going to Myers Malice next turn. What I think I want to do is attack here. No, that's just 2 for 1-ing myself. Yeah, that's just straight up 2 for 1-ing myself. There's no value to be had there. I was going to say there's a chance they just block it here, and then we're able to boulder salvo it afterwards. But what if they double block it? Then we do 2 and 1, and our guy dies. That's just not good for us. So I think we'll take our hit here and then just plan on malicing next turn. Lets us commit to the board while getting a 2 for 1. We've got to be a little scared of this. This is one of the reasons why I'm glad we have that Demon's Grasp in the deck, is this card's really hard to kill. We can kill that though. The question is, do we want to? And I think the answer just became yes. I don't get an attack in with this Looming Spires now, but if I play it and boulder salvo that, then next turn I can attack with the Myers Malice thing. I still don't think that really helps me much. So we probably just kill this because we have to. And we'll fake having a regeneration spell up. I can't envision a scenario in which we don't Malice next turn because they'll be down to 3 cards. Well, it would be nice to get their last one, but I don't think we can risk it at this point. Actually, let's go ahead and be smart and put it on a swamp. You always tap that land last, just in case there's some kind of bug. So got rid of a forest and a spaghetti arms, which is fine. That Maw of Kozilek is just entirely holding us back. Grove Rumbler's a little bit of a problem. Now we can do some interesting stuff with the Looming Spires, because we make this a 4/4 first strike. If he single blocks, obviously we just use the Reality Hemorrhage and value. If he goes for the double block, which would just be stupid. I mean, it basically gets us an attack in if he doesn't have a combat trick. And I think I like getting attacks in. I could also attack with the land. It's a little bit less valuable on blocks. And we still get to play the Nettle Drone that way. I think I'm okay with that. It makes it a little obvious that we've probably got a trick, but what's he going to do? Not block? That's fine. All right. I'm happy taking that out. All right, and here's our last card. What's yours? He's going to get a lot of damage through potentially with this. Okay, his last card was a hemorrhage as well. So like if he plays lands and hits us, that's not great, but there's another maul. So we're going to have to do something about that. That probably means we make him sack a dude. It's just going to be this one, and we still don't really have attacks at that point. I guess at that point, if we wanted to, we could swing here and here. But like if he double blocks with the Mimic, it gets a little worse. This is not going to get any better, so I'm going to fire it off now. We'll see what decision our opponent makes, and then go from there. The downside is we're missing our colorless source. Which means I have some draws that I just can't use. Yeah, we're not going to have attacks, and I'd rather have the colorless source in play for now. That may not stay the case, but it is certainly the case right now. Flameseeker's okay. It means top decked allies are good. And we do have allies. Incentive to hold extra lands as well, because we can loot them away. But like I said, we do want to have 7 in play because we've got our home slice. Him playing lands and not attacking has got to be good for us. Hemorrhage is fine. We can again attack with the land and 2 for 1. Like, it's not quite a 2 for 1. Like if we attack with the land, he might just double block with these. That's cool. We hemorrhage it. He might have a trick. That's cool. We trade a land for a trick. He might block here. That's fine. We'll wait till after damage and burn it. Then we can start attacking with other stuff. All right. I'll give it a shot. I think we're still supposed to be being aggressive here. I guess the worst card for us would be that instant speed ramp spell. I'm not even super scared of that. Okay. Cool. I think that's a pretty good trade for us. That means I think we can start attacking with the Vestige. Okay, we'll hold this in case we draw something. But I think that means we can get a hit in here. Alright, let's see if we can kill it. Alright. We now start to have more attacks. Channeler means he's probably going to hit us for 4 this turn. Making him sack it doesn't really help us. Like, that does make another Boulder Salvo or something possibly allow us to get in a big hit this turn. Land doesn't, but... Alright, we pass. Again, holding the lands just in case we get one of our allies going. That's a problem. That's a problem we will need a solution to. I don't think I'm going to get 3 loots, but if I loot into something that I want to cast, I'd like to have it on board. We're going to need spaghetti arms pretty quickly, as they're threatening to hit us for 7. And like, gang blocking is an option, but it's not an option I'm particularly happy about. So that pumps to 7, right? He can only do it once. If his one card is a removal spell, and let's say it's a Stone Fury, that's a worst case scenario for us. 6, 7, 8, 9. We can still trade for it. We lose our board. I don't like that. I also don't like taking 7. I could block with just these guys and try to keep the ally. I could also do it next turn with the potential of having a combat trick up. Yeah, I think we take the first hit. If he wants to hit me for 7, he can hit me for 7. It'll put us down to 9, which is not dead. And if we draw spaghetti arms, reality hemorrhage, basically any of these things, we can do that in response, and it's super good. Havoc Sower is acceptable. Means we can block with more stuff. Okay. We do have to go for the gang block now, though. The Havoc Sower can trade by itself with that, so I think we just jam everything else in front of it. We could just jam everything in front of it. Like, this is enough to kill it. So if I put this here too, so let's say he just pumps and does 7 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. He kills 2 things. I mean, we're not thrilled about that, but it's probably okay. If he's got a hemorrhage, he still just kills 2 things. Alright. It also does kind of make him pump. Oh, I guess he can kill these 3. But that leaves us with the biggest thing on the board still. So I'm kind of happy with that. Now we draw spaghetti arms. Go figure. That does leave us in an awkward spot with him having the Seer's Lantern. Like, we can spaghetti arms this. If he casts a thing, we can pop the fin afterwards. But that leaves us with a 3/3. Like, we kind of need to deal with that, and we can't. And if he just sits here doing this forever, we're in trouble. So I think we're at the point where we cast the spaghetti arms this turn no matter what. Then use the blighted fin. And then try to kill him. Also playing the lands out for Fall of the Titans could be good. So I think we've got another pass here. If he attacks, we double block. Devastator. Well, that means we've kind of got to spaghetti this, or we're in trouble. Because we can't take a hit by an 8/8 right now. We also need Oblivion Strike right now. That's not Oblivion Strike. Which is unfortunate. Oh, he's just attacking with that? It's an 8/9. So we can do 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess we go to 1 and hope we draw Oblivion Strike. That's the only way we keep playing Magic. If he's got a Trick or Burn spell, we're dead anyway. Like, chump blocking does not seem like a reasonable way to get out of this. Boulder Salvo. I mean, we can pump this to 4, survive the 8, salvo that. We can't use the Blighted Fin in the same turn. I don't think we've got anything here, because I imagine he attacks with the Eldrazi Aggressor too, but I'm going to go ahead and Boulder Salvo this. Because if he attacks with that and we chump block, I mean, maybe we get to do something? Yeah, you got it, buddy. Like, maybe he's not recognizing that we're just dead by virtue of being at 1. He's got to attack with both, I guess, to kill me. Let's see if we can have a draw. It's got to be a pretty amazing draw. Yeah, he figured it out. Okay, you win. Alright, so big rampy deck is what we're up against. Can we go to sideboard? He's obviously playing some colorless sources, but it's kind of just red-green beats is what it looks like. Our deck should be pretty well suited for that. The thing that really messed us up was those Mauls of Kozilek just sitting there and blocking everything. I think in a scenario like that, I'm more likely to want an Unnatural Endurance to try to get through one of them. And can probably do without, I don't know, Carrier Thrall. Like it, what does it do? I guess it trades with some of his 2-drops, which is not terrible. We could consider cutting the Spatial Contortion. It kills a lot of his stuff, but it strains our mana. On our removal's good enough, and we don't have to like use this as a trick to get through the last bit of damage. I do like the Myers Malice if he's trying to ramp that hard. But we saw where we had the Blighted Fin, but really couldn't use it there. This might be a place where Mortuary Mire starts to become valuable. I'm willing to believe that it could. Yeah, let's go on the play. Aww. This hand is so close to good. But it's not. Alright, this one we can keep. I mean, it's not great, but we... sure. Like, we need lands. We're going to draw some number of lands. Being able to do this for 2 isn't a lot. It's just going to sit in our hand forever. It is probably the best card in the deck. But I mean, one of our shots is drawing a colorless land and getting a Havoc Sower down and killing him with it. Nah, we're going to draw lands. I'm not putting the best card in the deck on the bottom. There was maybe some argument for playing that. Like the only way that's bad is if we draw a 3-drop. As it turns out, I may just fall that and him for 1. Because like we've seen, let's say he casts a Maul, we're done. Like I think we just do this. Is this the best Fall of the Titans ever? No. In fact, it wasn't even really a Titan we brought down. It was kind of like Fall of the Toddlers, which is terrible, but maybe he kept a slow hand. Maybe he's got a 2-3 and we can never beat it. It's alright. I got other stuff that can be attacking you. That's where having the Looming Spires in hand would have helped, but you'd have to have powers of prognostication beyond my ability to figure that out. Don't cast something else. Just be stuck with big things in your hand. That was actively bad for us. Vestige is reasonable. It can attack and or block. If he misses a land drop, I keep saying these things and then they immediately happen. I kind of wanted him to cast a spell there so that we could get some more value off of this, but maybe I attack with this first. Because he might double block it. And he might not double block it. I guess those are the two options. But he might be afraid that I have a trick if I attack first. And he may have a trick of his own and be willing to use it. Like, don't you want to use a combat trick? No, you just want to let me make a bad trade? Okay. So he goes down to 1 card. We have no cards. He lost a Devastator and a Hemorrhage. So I'm not really sure what he's going to start hammering us with, but it's probably not going to be good for us. Okay. We're still playing Magic. We are still playing Magic. I don't know how much longer we're still playing it, but like Ruin Processor would be the biggest thing on the board right now. Okay, the fact that even if he has a trick, he's just trading it for a Carrier Thrall is just fine by me. That still gives us sufficient things to double block Cinder Hellion with. Or I guess you could Chandra. Yeah. You know, the last time I was on stream and somebody made an attack that didn't make a lot of sense like that, where you could just like jump in front of something, this was exactly what they did. I don't think you play around that, but here we are. Unnatural Endurance. Yowza. Not that Spaghetti Arms would have done us any good here either, but which is what we took out for the Unnatural Endurance. So we kind of need Damnation. Although Swamp helps. Swamp helps. Looks like our opponents had better rares than us. I'm going to go ahead and make this the best Hellhound token the world has ever seen. Because we're 100% dead here, so may as well just let this guy live the dream. Oh, it's an Elemental. I thought they were... I guess they're not hounds. That's the little Acroam Stonewaker dude. But I suppose I don't mind losing if we're going to get taken down by a Chandra. That was pretty brutal. Turns out she calls the flames. So appreciate you guys tuning in for this draft. I, again, don't think this was the strongest deck I've ever seen, mainly due to weaknesses in the archetype. A lot of the black-red really good cards, which are kind of not the ones we got, require colorless mana to be good. So it's kind of like, I guess you kind of want to be like all the way red, all the way black. We could do a little post-mortem with the deck, I suppose. So that leaves us with something like... where's the deck? What day is it? It's 3-2. There it is. It's like if we were going to fix this deck, we would probably take the entire ally package out. The carrier thrall out. And there were cards we passed that go in those sections. But like I think these 5 cards were off. Let's say we put an Eldrazi Obligator in here. We have a Unknown Shores. You know, we get another Dominator drone. Maybe we slide into Culling Drones and a Sludge Dragon. All of a sudden you've got a much more realistic deck. So I think this could still happen. We just didn't quite get the best version. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Do come check out the stream sometime. If you like what you're seeing in the draft videos, you'll probably like it over there too. I also have a large archive of recorded drafts. So if you just want to sit down and watch a draft on your own time and not worry about interacting or anything, you can do that whether the stream is live or not. It's at twitch.tv/Simulan. All right, my friends, we will see you next week for more draft and or sealed. And don't forget to come by and say hi if you are at GPDC. I will be the guy in the Hawaiian shirt. All right, my friends. Aloha.